CTV News at 5 with Tony Ryma and Rick Wyman with weather.
Good evening. Thanks for being with us on this Tuesday. The Timmins Fire Department battled a blaze for several hours in Schumacher yesterday. All occupants got out safely before crews arrived. Fire officials say they had the blaze under control by 11 p.m. Deputy Fire Chief Scott Foster says the cause and origin of the fire is not known at this time, but there's no reason to believe it's suspicious. All right, it's time for your first check on weather. Beautiful sunshine on this Tuesday. How long will this weather last? For more details, let's bring in CTV's Rick Wyman. Rick.
Tony, it all depends where you live. As you will see in the 5-day forecast, some areas will get sun and cloud, maybe some sunshine. Some areas like the Sault and Gore Bay will get snow anywhere from 10 to 15 centimeters. And of course, Sudbury, there will be periods of snow, but not until late in the afternoon. Our systems map, courtesy of Environment Canada. Of course, all brought to you by CAA. Get your membership today at caa.ca. So again, it's all happening with the systems and depending on where you live. So either some sun or snow for tomorrow. We'll take a look at the 5-day weather forecast and a lot more coming up, Tony, just minutes away.
Thanks for that, Rick. Home is now considered a total loss following an early morning fire in Kirkland Lake. Firefighters responded to the blaze on Main Street just before 1 a.m., finding the home fully engulfed in flames. Officials say the fire spread and caused damage to 2 neighboring properties. 2 people were taken to hospital for smoke inhalation. One of the victims suffered a broken shoulder after jumping out of a second-story window to escape the fire. The fire department says the cause is under investigation, but it is not believed to be suspicious at this time. The damage estimate is roughly $500,000. A video of a small black dog being kicked is circulating on social media. The video, which apparently was taken near Bruce Avenue in Sudbury as a pet rescue organization, wondering when people will be held accountable. CTV's Lindsay Alick has the story.
Greater Sudbury Police confirmed they received a report regarding the incident on February 14th, and that, quote, the dog has since been removed from the individual's care. Animal Welfare Services have been notified and are following up as part of the ongoing process. Officials confirmed they received hundreds of calls and are reminding community members to refrain from calling 911 unless they have firsthand information.
When they're not feeling like they're getting the service of provincial animal welfare, they're calling the police because they're looking for somebody to do something. So it's about understanding everybody's role in the animal world and what they do. And we just feel the ministry is kind of failing Northern Ontario.
She says the frustration PetSave is feeling is that no one is being held accountable for the behavior.
That's where you're seeing it explode onto social media now, because it's boiling over, the frustration of watching this abuse week after week, and it seems like nothing's being done. So we definitely in the north have had some pretty horrific cases. Us ourselves in the past year have dealt with quite a few that really should have resulted in charges. Animals literally died as a result of that neglect or abuse, and nothing was done.
Meantime, the Greater Sudbury Animal Shelter shared a post saying it is aware of the video, but reminding people to call 311 for only strays or injured animals. In Ontario, abuse or neglect can be reported by calling 1-8339-ANIMAL. CTV reached out to the Ministry of the Solicitor General, but did not receive a statement by our deadline. Passat says she feels the ministry needs to look at the amount of officers, what the rules are, and that maybe some of the laws need to be changed. Lindsay Alick, CTV News, Sudbury.
And late this afternoon, we received this statement from the Ministry of the Solicitor General. Brent Ross says Animal Welfare Services takes all reports and concerns about animal welfare seriously. Inspectors are located in communities across Ontario, including Sudbury, and are available to respond within their regions. AWS responds to every call and complaint received, assessing each situation based on the information provided and the requirements of the Provincial Animal Welfare Services Act. It's been 1 week since a mass shooting in British Columbia. In Sudbury, officials are highlighting a protocol designed to prevent the unthinkable called Violence Threat Risk Assessment, otherwise known as Vitra. CTV's Amanda Hicks has more.
Almost a year ago, Sudbury became one of the first regions in Ontario to sign the latest community threat assessment protocol. At its core is Vitra, a model created 2 decades ago to identify, assess, and support students before a crisis occurs. In the wake of the tragedy in BC, officials say having this process in place is critical.
It's a process that breaks down silos. We literally work in collaboration. We share information with consent that allows the picture to not just be puzzle pieces, but actually what does the puzzle look like. And the more information that you get, the better off you are and able to support.
The protocol brings together 35 agencies across Sudbury, Manitoulin, and Espanola. Over the past year, Barsante says 120 individuals and their families have been supported through this framework. She adds, since the pandemic, students' needs have become increasingly complex.
The solutions were a little bit easier to come to understanding and how to get there. But now we're looking at, I think, a very complex cases, and I think a lot of it has to do with the impact of what COVID, the isolation, because COVID didn't just impact on children. It impacted on all of us.
Once a Vitra assessment identifies a student at risk, the appropriate agencies step in to offer wraparound supports.
We take that information back and we can assign a clinical staff without wait that would jump in right away to be able to support that youth and the family.
How to identify, how to decrease, and how to really support the person of concern, their family, schools, communities. It's really about supporting everyone that's involved in it.
Amanda Hicks, CTV News, Sudbury.
4 members of the Canadian Armed Forces are training in Greater Sudbury on the Canadian-made Fat Truck to be used in the Arctic. The training wraps up tomorrow with 2 members headed north to the Arctic with the amphibious vehicle to train more members of the Armed Forces. Officials with the company Rough Diamond hope that the training on Fat Trucks continues to reduce reliance on air travel.
We see a solution to the very complex and challenging terrain with extreme cold temperatures. And we've had these machines sent to Tuktoyaktuk for several months doing cold weather testing. And we took that input back to the factory to permit them to make those necessary changes, whether it's an extra heater or move something around for their end needs. Because at the end of the day, their mission success to keep us as Canadians safe.
Fat trucks are used by Hydro One mining exploration teams and emergency responders in all-terrain responses. It's time for a quick break. Coming up on CTV News at 5. Rick has your full weather forecast. But first, we're off to North Bay. This is a live webcam of Lake Nipissing, and it's courtesy of the city. Right now, it's 2 Celsius. We're back in a few minutes.
When you see it happen, send it to CTV News. Text 10400. From your screen to ours. Text 10400.
You know, it's really too bad that we didn't have today's weather yesterday during Family Day so everyone could have enjoyed the outdoors, but it's another story for another year. We'll hope for better weather next year for Family Day. Forecast radar, we've got some snow in the forecast for Sault Ste. Marie and Gore Bay, anywhere from 10 to 15 centimeters. Periods of snow in Sudbury, but the environmental abacus hasn't determined just how much snow for tomorrow. All it says right now is periods of snow, so we'll keep a close eye on that system moving in, and of course more a little bit later on during the week. So we're not out of the inning yet when it comes to snow in the Northeast. Sudbury Nickel Belt, periods of snow tomorrow. How much? We'll find out one of these days from Environment Canada. No definitive amount. -5. 1 on Thursday, cloud cover. Friday, chance of snow at 1. Chance of flurries on Saturday, -2. -4 Sunday with the chance of flurries as well. Sault Ste. Marie, Algoma, okay, 10 to 15 centimeters tomorrow, -2 your high. Chance of flurries Thursday at 2. 2 degrees on Friday, periods of snow. Chance of flurries on Saturday at 0. -5 Sunday with the chance of flurries as well. Timmins, Cochrane, Kapuskasing. This by far is the best forecast for Northeastern Ontario. probably for the week. Sun and cloud tomorrow, sun and cloud Thursday, sunshine Friday, sunshine Saturday, and Sunday, sun and cloud. The temperatures just great for this time of the year. Then there's Timiskaming Shores, Kirkland Lake, not too shabby. Mainly sunny tomorrow, -5, 0 Thursday, sunshine, chance of snow Friday at 0, -2 Saturday, chance of flurries, and Sunday, sun and cloud, -5. Then comes North Bay, West Nipissing, chance of flurries tomorrow, -4. 2 degrees Thursday, some sun and cloud, chance of snow at 70%. Yeah, that's a pretty good bet. +1 your high, chance of flurries on Saturday, -1, -4 on Sunday with the chance of flurries. So, Tony, if you want great weather, you'll have to go to Timmins tomorrow for that, because loads of sunshine for the rest of the week as far as we can tell. But for the rest, in some areas, a little bit of snow, maybe some sun as well. So further details coming up next hour. Back to you.
Thanks for that, Rick. And the city of Timmins has adjusted the threshold for when it announces extreme cold weather alerts, dropping the threshold from -25 to -20 degrees. CTV's Lydia Chubak reports.
The city of Timmins says it's trying something new with its cold weather alerts. It's changed the temperature threshold for when it issues the notices. Officials say alerts will now be called at -20 degrees Celsius or colder.
I mean, capacity is an issue with a lot of agencies right now, making sure that they have staffing there. So we had to also ensure that if we were going to lower that threshold from -20 to -24, that we would do this as a pilot project to ensure that we have staffing. We can't have individuals, or calling a cold weather alert, having individuals attend and then have no staff there.
Baranek says changing the temperature threshold is also a preventative measure against cold weather injury.
We are looking at some injuries definitely when it comes to cold weather alerts. And that's why it's really important that decisions are like timing is a huge piece and capacity is a huge piece. And this is why right now we actually have overnight space for many individuals, and we have not reached the capacity.
The city says anyone requiring emergency shelter is asked to attend Living Space on Spruce Street South, where workers will determine which location is best, Living Space or at the former safe injection site. Baranek says between the two spots, around 95 people can be helped. Baranek says 21-seater is not a shelter. It's really just an overflow location for when cold weather alerts are called. Lydia Chubak, CTV News, Timmins.
Putting their skills to the test. Coming up on CTV News at 5. University teams from Canada and the U.S. are in Sudbury for a mine rescue competition. University teams have converged in Sudbury this week for competitions testing their abilities in mine rescue, first aid, and other problem-solving skills. We get the details from CTV's Angela Gemmell.
Students get some last-minute knowledge from professional mine rescuers before they apply everything they've learned over the past few months to tackle various scenarios presented in competition.
It's a great way for young mining engineers to be mindful and design with safety in mind and those procedures in mind. It's also just really good resources to have. A lot of this first aid stuff, you know, you just feel more confident when you're going out hiking behind the bush.
These university students are part of 9 different teams from 8 schools in Canada and the U.S. They're in Sudbury for the 2026 North American University Mine Rescue Competition. It's the first time Laurentian University has hosted the event, which is also a chance to share knowledge.
How we do hard rock mining and mine rescue is completely different than what they do in the coal mine and coal mine rescue. So being able to have everyone come together in this event and learn from one another about how we do things, not necessarily which way is right and which way is wrong, but just trying to learn from each other.
There are some differences between not only how we train some of the equipment. Obviously, the things that dictate that would be your provincial regulation or what happens in Canada, and then what happens for us statewide within West Virginia.
The teams will each respond to various scenarios, including several underground rescues, a mass casualty first aid event, and other challenges. One criteria judges will be marking is teamwork and how well the members work together to solve a problem.
You're dealing in distances very far, under very hazardous environments. You got to work as a team. You have to trust the people you're working with, You have to train and work together. Those are the big skills you learn.
Over the next 3 days, the student teams will compete in rescue scenarios in the Underground Museum here at Dynamic Earth, as well as competitions at the Workplace Safety North headquarters downtown. Winners will be announced at a banquet Friday night. Angela Gemmell, CTV News, Sudbury.
The Central Ambulance Communications Centre in North Bay is receiving $1.4 million from the province. The money will help the CACC innovate and modernize its operation while ensuring service quality continues and grows. $1 million is an increase to base funding, while the additional $400,000 is one-time funding from the province. The legacy of a late North Bay teen with autism lives on. As CTV's Eric Tashner tells us, preparations are well underway for the third Jack Lyons Memorial Hockey Tournament in mid-March.
The stands at Bort Longyear Memorial Gardens will be jam-packed for the annual Jack Lyons Memorial Hockey Tournament. Roughly 2,500 students will take in the action of 4 hockey games.
When you're there, it's electric. It's so electric.
As everyone will remember and honor Jack Lyons' legacy. Jack was a student at Chippewa Secondary School who passed away in April 2022 at the age of 17. He loved hockey.
Jack was a kid that would always go out of his way to hug people and just, be kinder in the generation of our kids with special needs.
He had a profound impact on our school community. The adults in the building, the students, everybody knew who Jack was. Everyone appreciated him for who he was, and he's just someone that you'll never forget.
In the last 2 years, the day has raised close to $34,000 to support the Autism Summer Camp program at One Kids Place for between 50 and 60 kids.
Amazing for these kids to be able to experience things in the community that they would otherwise, because of some of the challenges and barriers.
My daughter works in it, and she comes home and she goes, "Daddy, I would do this for free. It's so fun," and that's what we're looking for. Is the kids having fun.
The Lyons family continues to advocate for autism awareness services as a way of remembering Jack.
One boy with in Sturgeon Falls. He came home after the week. He was talking more. He was with friends.
Former Chippewa student Jenna Wilson started the first Jack Lyons tournament.
It's really powerful to be able to leave the building, leave Chippewa, and know that the people in the building are going to continue on running this tournament and continue with his legacy.
The Lyons family says it's honored to carry on Jack's legacy to ensure children with autism have the support they need. Eric Tashner, CTV News, North Bay.
He's only 2 years old and looking for a good home. When we return, our Take Me Home Tuesday segment. You're watching First at 5.
Welcome back to Take Me Home Tuesday for this Tuesday evening. My name is Rick Wyman, along with Emma Bailey from the Sudbury SPCA. Please welcome to the program. This is 2-year-old Smokey. How did we come about getting Smokey on the show?
Well, Smokey was a community surrender, so he's looking for his forever home. He's just full of so much love to give, and he loves spending time with people. He can give you hugs when you're out on a walk, and he's just looking for that family that can give him all the attention he deserves.
Okay, for the last couple of weeks, Emma, we've had some smaller dogs that are growing up and will become bigger dogs, but Smokey at 2 is pretty quiet. How do we go about describing that?
He's very good. He has such a calm temperament. He just really wants attention all the time. He doesn't bark or howl that much. He cries a little for attention, but other than that, he loves his car rides. He's just a very all-around sweet dog. He hasn't been introduced to other animals yet, but we think with a slow introduction, he would do great.
So lots of exercise, of course. He'd be great to walk because some of us like to walk our dogs and get them out in the open. And what about size? He looks like a medium-sized dog right now. Are we expecting him to grow that much?
Well, he should stay the same size now that he's 2, maybe a tiny bit bigger, but he should be the same size. He's got lots of muscle to him, so he's got all that extra muscle to give you hugs with, because that's really all he cares about. And he's just looking for a loving home. He's a fully neutered, vaccinated, microchipped, and as full adoption, you take home a Royal Canin pet bag as well to help you with the transition.
And he doesn't slobber right now. My hand is still dry. Cup you're actually raising money. Cupcake Day is, and you've got off to a rousing start at the Wolves game, made $1,000. When does it end, and can we talk about the goal?
Absolutely. So our goal is over $7,000 for Sudbury raised. We're probably over halfway to that goal now. We raised $1,000 last night at the Sudbury Wolves game, so we're so grateful. Our Cupcake Day is on Monday the 23rd. So we're selling cupcakes up until then. We're accepting donations until then. And if you're looking to do it on your own, you can check out cupcakeday.ca, and we have tons of things going on. We actually have a kids cupcake decorating this weekend at Inspired Tots on Saturday.
Okay, thanks for doing this, and good luck with you, sir. Smokey in the house. Let's find a home for Smokey on Take Me Home Tuesday. Thank you, Emma. We're back in 7 days with more.
Our first community close-up comes to us from Sudbury. Do you feel lucky? Lockerbie Legion Branch 564 is holding a Porchetta Bingo this Sunday on Long Lake Road. The fun and games start at 1 o'clock. We're off to Sault Ste. Marie, and Charles Fisher sent us this video of some chickadees. He says the birds are telling him that they are hungry. Great video there, Charles. Thanks so much. To Swastika near Kirkland Lake, Raymond Bourgeois says this cute squirrel has been feasting at her bird feeder. She says the critter looks content. I agree. Thanks so much, Raymond. And if you have any pictures, videos, or events you'd like us to showcase, you can email them to us at communitycloseup@bellmedia.ca. And finally, this half hour, Independent Living Sudbury Manitoulin opened up its Pancake Pandemonium for the second time. Pancakes will be on sale every morning this week for $5. Organizers hope that this sale lets clients develop independent cooking skills and shows the community more about the organization.
So just being able to open up our doors and give the community a happy meal in their belly and raise a little bit of extra cash for our charities, it does mean a lot to us, and we really appreciate when the community comes down and checks out all the amazing things that we're doing, right, Joanne? A lot.
And Gray says that community support is important for the nonprofit because it's a resource for the 37,000 people who identify with a disability in Sudbury. And there's more news for the North coming up at 6 o'clock. For now, continue watching as we hand things over to CTV National News.